messed around with audio and video and found out it's particularly frustrating? Yes, us too. Today we're going to be going over how we live stream our podcast and also Seguin River Monsters games. Support the stirs. Maybe it'll be helpful, probably it won't, because we're a bunch of amateurs, but here's how we did it. Thanks.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about what we're seeing here. This is our shot from center field cam. Software and hardware. Software, OBS. Don't download a virus with some fake OBS. Make sure it's OBS. The OBS baseball scoreboard plugin. Atem controller software. So you're going to have an Atem mini video switcher and hardware, but there's a software that goes with that. It will work totally without the software. But man, you're blind and you don't know if that thing is causing you sound problems or what's going on. So it's usually connections, like why your software can't see the Atem mini, but that's a whole nother video. YouTube restream, however you're getting that out to the world. Hardware, Zoom L-8, what we plugged our mics into. It took 1/4 inch jack headphones. We got Tascam. We used Sennheiser mics for the play-by-play call and a really cheap boom mic behind the plate for crack of the bat. Wish we had a better boom mic. Might upgrade this year. XLR cables necessary. The Atem video switcher, as I said, is how you're going to go from camera 1, 2, 3, 4. We used Mokose cameras because they were pretty cheap and they took HDMI. You have to be able to zoom for center field. That was our FoMako PTZ camera. It had an HDMI port. I think it's mainly used for like church broadcasts, but you're going to need some HDMI receivers and get a backup, at least one or two, because they will break. HDMI cables, you'll need. T-Mobile 5G is how we got it out into the interwebs, and then extension cords, and cannot recommend Generac electric generators enough. So that's kind of it. We're probably forgetting some stuff like USB ports and other cables, and you need, like, I noticed fans underneath your laptop because stuff will overheat. But let's get down to it. Shout out to this dude right here. Okay, so if you found this video, this guy's video is better, and he talks about broadcasting and talks about gear. I don't know what our investment was. Definitely around 2 to 2.5K, 2,000 something, but hopefully broadcast. But check out his videos as well. All right, software, OBS. That's it right there. Go there. Don't download the virus. Pretty self-explanatory. You get it, and then also on their website is the baseball scoreboard we found very helpful, already pre-built for you. Atem software, there's videos on that, but we went the whole season without it, and we couldn't see that the actual Atem was causing us issues on sound. And then you're going to put it out to your streaming devices, our YouTube or whatever, and then Restream will let you go from one to many platforms. So that's that. To the gear. Zoom L-8. This is what it looks like on Amazon, 400 buckaroos. And it basically takes 6 mic inputs and has 4 headphones. All those knobs look fancy. It's mainly volume. This is what it looks like set up at the ballpark, and that dude deserves a shout-out. His name is Luis Solis, and he's flipping awesome. You cannot do this one-manned, okay? You can call a game, but you want to keep score, keep a scoreboard, and switch between cameras while calling a game? Yeah, that's not going to happen, dude. So that kid was awesome. Anyway, this is what it looked like on our tiny little thing at Smokey Joe Williams. There's the L-8, got our mics put into it, and we ran one down underneath the stands to a boom mic we taped into the netting to try to get the crack of the bat and crowd noise. Had some issues. I think it was mics and some other things, but that's your microphone setup. You can kind of see that we have a little fan behind the Atem Mini to keep it cool, and then on that little silver box is like USB inputs into a Dell XPS laptop, which also needs a cooler. You can see the 2 little bunny ears. That's a transmitter receiving. And then we got mic, headphones, and such right there. So that could very well be the reason why your Atem doesn't see the Atem Mini, but connections and actual quality of gear makes a big difference. This is what we used. We had city Wi-Fi, but it was too slow. So we got the T-Mobile 5G thing, and it worked like a charm. I don't think we had any issues. I think our software broke down, but that thing never stopped. It would always stream. Okay, so this is what like a Mokose camera, and this was mainly our first and third base. You got a transmitter. You need the extension cord for a power source because your transmitter and your Mokose camera are going to need power. And the transmitter goes by HDMI up to it. It's got little focus knobbies on it. I think they're mainly security cameras, cheaper than like maybe $160 for that, and then power for the Mokose. That's what that looks like. What's that? $185. Pretty good deal. And then you talk to the guy in the box, like on a walkie-talkie or something, to try to get it all focused and good. And that's that. Okay, so center field cam, FoMako, PTZ stands for pan-tilt zoom. We built a little storage thing on the center field wall to protect it from the rain, upside down, cut a hole in it, and put it in there. You do have to be like on a cell phone. Once you get it all plugged in and hooked up and plugged into this little janky transmitter right there that lasted the whole season, because you can't see what it looks like. So you got to talk to somebody by your cell phone. Like, is it zoomed left, right, up, down? And you get it focused in. You kind of have to do that with all your cameras once they're dialed. That thing for $127 lasted the whole season. We did break one because those little ears will like bend off, but that thing talked the whole 385 feet from center to the box, probably 400 feet. So yeah, that thing right there was very suspect, but it never let us down other than one break. And that one was our first. We used that for first and third. We didn't want to jinx it. And there's the Generac generator. Can't recommend enough. That thing lasts forever. Same setup, podcast streaming in the office. I mean, you're talking, you got your cameras. They give some kind of power source and an HDMI that runs into the Atem Mini. Your Atem Mini takes the sound, from the L-8, and you put that all, smack it into your laptop where you got OBS, and you got yourself a production. And you can switch between the cameras and hopefully control your sound. So that's basically what we're doing at the field and in the live stream. This is the show. You can check it out. Nobody ever calls, but we did put a magic jack into it with that red phone. And, yep, check out the Seguin River Monsters on the TCL website or on the Seguin River Monsters YouTube. We have last year's games on our channel. Just Google 3BGB on YouTube. And that's pretty much going to be it. Thanks for checking it out. Hopefully it was helpful. You got any questions? Hopefully I put a good description with all the gear. So maybe it's helpful, probably not. But thanks for checking it out, folks. As you turnstile till next time, go Sturs.